Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite video. In tonight's video, this is a really nice gameplay that I got here. It's not the highest kills or anything, but basically I just farm up and then late game I start to go ham and rack up the kills and I laser beam a couple players here. My aim is absolutely on point. So I'm going to talk about how I was able to laser beam these people as well as some more tips for solo wins in this video and basically react, or not really react, but analyze this gameplay. I just got this a couple hours ago over on my Facebook live stream. I'm going to be streaming all over there every day for the rest of the month, so check it out, facebook.com/greengoblinhd. Link is down below. Smack a like on this thing if you guys could. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and once again, thank you guys so much for 600,000 subscribers. So let's analyze this gameplay and let's see what I was thinking. So what I'm doing here is I want to fight people because I obviously don't have any kills yet. I spent the early game, landing on the outskirts, or not even outskirts. I think it was a stretch to retail this game, but I fly over to this guy, and the first thing I do is I realize this guy doesn't have his build, a reinforced too well. So the thing you want to do then is when you knock them down, a lot of people make the mistake and just try to stand down there, but when I'm knocking them down, at that time when it's like sort of crumbling, their base is crumbling, I use that to build, and you see how I always stay high above this guy and have the height advantage. Now, the reason I go even higher is because I do hear a third party around here, and that's going to happen. This is where the third party's at, and I'm able to easily laser beam him with the green AR. Always make sure that first shot accuracy is so key into having good aim. Using that first shot accuracy is just amazing. And then this guy tries to test my gangster, of course, with the grapple gun double barrel combo, I think it was, and that's usually a really good combo, but luckily I shut him down with the shotgun shot. When people try to grapple up on you, what you really have to do is either just fight them and go for the fight, or build and try to block them off. So that was sort of my mindset going into those first two fights. And one thing is my sensitivity being at 6.6, and I also have my ADS sensitivity at 0.43. I find those are really nice sensitivities to help me have good aim, and you'll see in this gameplay I exhibit very good aim and I take barely any damage. I think in this whole gameplay I think it's 84 damage. You'll see at the end, but only taking 84 damage means I was only hit with a couple of bullets this whole game, and I believe that guy who tried to grapple gun and double barrel me or whatever, or maybe he didn't even try to double barrel me, he might have had a different shotgun, but whatever, that guy was the only guy who hit me like the whole game, I think. So I played the rest of this game very well. And right here, this is one of the games where the zone is just super duper far, which these games used to suck because you would have to sort of run with it, but nowadays, because of how the new glider works and the new system, or not the new glider, but the new glider redeploy system, I can just build up here and sort of fly over to the next zone, and that's what I'm going to do once I stack materials. I also think materials are more important than ever now, because building up high has sort of no punishment except losing materials and maybe being a little more exposed, but because you can just fly away. And by the way, this skin is amazing. I don't know what it is with this skin, but I usually play good with it when I throw on the skin. I really love it. So here I build up and of course just fly over to the zone. 13 people left, only 2 kills. I wasn't going for anything high kills. I was just sort of playing casually here, but luckily I was able to do quite well. So flying over to the next area of the zone, and I see that care package or supply drop way off in the distance, which I do have a really good inventory here. However, I would prefer a heavy over the double barrel, and I would prefer, of course, any upgrades on that SMG or maybe something to fit in that last spot. So I see this guy once again. I use that first shot aim, and I aim it right on his head, and boom, knock out a couple headshots in the 50s there, or the high 50s, and then just finish them off. It's really easy. I'm telling you guys, if you have a SCAR or even like a green or a blue AR, use that first shot aim advantage. And that's one thing that the AK-47 may hit for super duper high damage. I still don't know how I feel about the AK, or otherwise known as the heavy AR, because the SCAR is just so accurate. You can see there, if you catch someone sort of just running through an open field, farming up, always, a lot of people make the mistake and try to get closer up to them before they take the shot. First shot accuracy, crouch down, line up, and you have perfect aim on their head. Literally, your first shot is perfect aim guaranteed, so you're able to take that, take that and hit that damage. So right here, once again, I realize there's a guy trying to snipe me here. I try to build up, but then I sort of lose this guy, and I'm sort of looking around for where he is. Eventually, I do end up spotting him, and I realize at this point, I was like, oh, I have the double barrel, so I could probably just rush this guy, but I make a smarter play, which is always to create distance between you and the enemy, and just creating distance allows you to not get hit as often, and then once again, this guy's over here, hit him for a couple of shots, and I keep track. That's 70 damage, so obviously as soon as I hit that, I want to push, but then I'm getting third partied again. This guy, I instantly drop down on him, and you don't usually want to give up height advantage or instantly drop on a person. The reason why I do that is you have to know what guns you have. I have, of course, the double barrel. I'm able to get some shots in there. I should have hit that second, I don't know, did I hit that second shot? I might have missed it, or I hit it for low damage, and then this this guy makes the smart play and sort of turtles up, but once again, I take down his builds. He tries to make a fly away, and boom, right there. You can see, like, the gun is just so accurate. The SCAR, the blue AR, these guns are just so accurate. And if you let that first shot accuracy and use the aim assist that is available on the game on console, or not even on console, but I think well, everyone who uses a controller, you know, console players, Xbox, PS4, whatever. And I think people who play PC with controller actually have auto aim on PC, which is kind of weird. I think everyone should just be in, like, mouse and keyboard players all in one, you know, matchmaking system, and then you know, controller players should be in another, because it really is a separate game. You know, you can have better aim because of the aim assist with the controller, and there I just hop on another guy again. But the double barrel is still good in this game, but you can probably build better because of PC, just because of the custom binds. But they are closing that gap also with all the things they've added for building in this game. I get a hit on that guy, but you can see how I basically just jump on that player, and I would have never done that if I had the pump or something, because I didn't have the green SMG is not the best for the cleanup crew, so I just definitely pulled it off with the double barrel. Now right here, I sort of make a risky decision, which is to go for this supply drop, because like I said, I still want to see what's in there, but then by doing this, I'm not going to have height advantage, right? Anyway, I'm able to loot this, and I decide to go with the I forget what I decided to go with, but I think I decided to take some extra shields or launcher or something. I just played this game a couple hours ago, but I think I swap out the double barrel for a heavy once I get a couple more kills, and then I swap out also the grappler, because I really think the grapple and double barrel, those two have been nerfed by themselves, but together they're still a wicked combo. So right here, of course, I'm trying to get height advantage. I'm trying to get up on that hill, because that's where it looks like the zone is going to end. There's only 5 people left, but unfortunately this guy spots me. So what I'm going to do here is I try to attack him straight on, which obviously isn't working out. So what I want to do, and how you want to, like, this is a really tough position to be in. He obviously has the lookout over me. So what I want to do is I basically want to change angles in the air and sort of block him off. So that's what I do here. I build up. I'm changing angles in the air. And I'm able to eventually, you know, I've just reinforced my walls enough, so I'm able to get up to a spot where even if I do get knocked down, I will be up above the ledge. So definitely into a good spot. And then I realized this guy wasn't the best player, and I laser beamed him again, just using the AR, just using that aim down sights, using that first shot accuracy and everything. And here's where I swap over to the heavy. And once I do the heavy, I'm like, oh, I probably don't need the grapple gun anymore, but as of right now, I have nothing to drop it for, so I just keep it on. I realize the guy's building down there, and I get kind of nervous right here because I left a chug jug right there. So my first instinct, and that's about map awareness, my first instinct there is shoot at that, because he's probably popping a chug down there. But then I realize obviously he's not there. I don't know where he is, and this zone looks like it's going to come down to who has the height advantage. So once again, I'm going to rotate early and try to get up top. There's only 4 people left in this game, and I do kill the last, or well, there's 3 enemies and myself, so I do kill the last 3 enemies. Why do they put the rifts in such awkward spots? Look where this rift is. It's in such an awkward spot, but I use that to rotate. Now right here, I make a very, very good decision. That this is a decision that has helped me win so many more solo games. I think will help you guys as well. So I could have early rotated all the way to the next zone and gone to the far side of the next zone or the middle of the next zone, but I stay up here because I don't want to lose height advantage, right? I like being at the top of the mountain, and being up on natural, you know, something that's naturally high is very, very good. Once again, there I see the enemy, and you can see if you can hit your shots at range, a lot of these gunfights, you can kill them before, you know, if they're not the best player, before they even get to build or to block off those shots. And even if they do build, once you start, you've hit a couple shots, with the new way the game works, you can sort of just build up and charge at them. So right here, I was trying to decide what I wanted to take as my my last item, because once again, like I said, the grapple gun is great. It's just not as good when you have the heavy though. But I decided, you know what, let's go with the minis, just because slurps are great, and I like slurps because they cover you know, you can be healing while moving. Once you get that second to pop it, they also give you both shield and health. But I like minis too, because those are so quick to pop, and in a fight where you get cracked hard, those are very, very good to use. So right here, I basically I think I hear the last guy on me here in a second. I'm sort of just looking around because I'm using my deductive reasoning and thinking, okay, the guy came from that area, he's probably going to come from that area again. And it's really easy when you're up on basically a perch up here, trying to look out for the person, or for the last couple of players. I know there's 2 people left. I know the zone's coming in. So once again, I'm trying to be up on a perch, and I'm trying to get these angles, because I want to do one of 2 things here. Either find a player, isolate them, and get the kill, or even better would be if the other 2 players start fighting in a 3 people left scenario, and you get to third party the final fight. Those are always the easiest victory royale. Sometimes you don't even have to, win a 1v1 at the end. So I'm basically chilling, and my prediction is kind of right, because someone does want to get height advantage like me and wants to play up on the mountain, and it's this guy who I hear coming out. Boom, the heavy shotgun, 102 straight to the head, easy AR bullets. Like, I really wasn't missing many shots this game. I can't think of many shots that I was missing. I missed a couple double barrels maybe in an SMG spraying, but then once you get to this spot, it's just a 1v1, and at this point there's no reason to move. I'm gonna stay up here. I have the height advantage. The next zone's gonna have the side of the or a side or a piece of the mountain in it as well. So I'm feeling very, very confident at this point, and I build up here, which is, you would never do this before the glider redeploy, because I could just get knocked down and killed. But the reason I do this is sort of just to bait out a shot. I realize, okay, if this guy's not on the top of the mountain, he's probably not a top tier player, because that's really where you would need to be here. I mean, I guess you could play it against the mountain and just hope the zone lands somewhere else, but that is just too risky. So I'm basically just chilling out at this point and waiting for him to poke his face before I get the final kill, and that's how I cleaned it up. Once I think he was down by those houses too, which was of course my guess. If he wasn't playing up on the mountain, I figured, he's probably, not the best player, and of course not the best players like to hide in natural cover instead of what's probably the better way, which is building your own sort of 1x1 or something like that. So I realize this guy has to move. I just chill out, and I'm up very, very far away, but I'm able to, hit some shots with the Scar right away, get 3 hit markers on him, and I sort of keep up the pressure. But you'll notice every time he stops moving, I don't peek, and that's because there's no reason for me to risk. He could have a heavy sniper, or any sniper really he could one-shot me with, I think. So I just want to make sure, maybe not the semi, but I know the hunting rifle could one-shot me, the bolt, the heavy all to the head. I don't know if the semi-auto, I don't know how much damage that does headshot, but I don't think it is 200, but I just chill out. I take my shot strategically, and boom, I'm able to win the game, and really only get hit by 1 shot the whole damn game while having pretty good accuracy. So thanks for watching. Hopefully these tips will help you out. I thought this was a really, really clean gameplay. Like I said, 9 kills wasn't anything amazing, but all the kills come in late game, and being really smart with it was awesome. 45% accuracy that game, only taking 84 damage. Some really, really clean gameplay. Drop a like for that, subscribe if you guys are new. Have a good night, and I'm out. Peace.